words, enough to bring relief to U.S. consumers at the pump? Let's ask Congressman Adam Kinzinger. He is Republican from the state of Illinois. So has it been moving? In fact, we see one drilling operation that was allowed to operate in the Gulf since the BP disaster. Should there be others?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look at this. When you look at speculation and you look at energy production in general, we are beholden to the interests of the Middle East. We have plenty of resources here that we have to tap into, and we have to begin to do it. When we send a strong message that we're committed to harvesting oil in our shores where we can, I think you're going to begin to show people that they can rely and relax on the supply a little bit. We're not beholden to OPEC anymore. And when you look at, again, what's going on in the Gulf of Mexico, it accounts for a large percent of our domestic energy production. They've issued one permit to drill there since the oil disaster, and they were, previous to that, issuing about 10 permits a week. So you see that we really haven't lifted the moratorium at all. And so that's what I think is very important, because we cannot be beholden anymore to the Middle East and to the interests of OPEC.
Well, I mean, Congressman, I hear what you're saying. Oil is fungible. We don't know how much oil will come out of the Gulf. But what do you make of this point that one oil analyst I was talking to about tapping, the choice to tap first the Strategic Petroleum Reserve and not do more drilling? I mean, one guy I was talking to said, you know, it's called the Strategic Petroleum Reserve for a reason. It's not called the, hey, oil prices are high reserve.
Right. No, I agree. I agree with that. I mean, look, we have enough basically for about 35 days of operation in the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. It's meant to be there in case there's just a widespread disaster in the Middle East and we need this, you know, whether it's for military or other operations. I think just to tap into it, because we have high oil prices, it's putting a Band-Aid on a bleeding wound that's not going to stop. I mean, the reality is we have to drill here for oil as we continue to explore other areas of energy production, from nuclear to wind, etc. But we have to drill here for oil because it's important, and it sends a message that we're committed to being energy secure. I like the term energy independent, but I think energy secure is even better. Yeah. This is a function of national defense.
Well, as a veteran, you know it well. By the way, you're a young guy. You're in your early 30s. You came to Congress with high expectations. Are you seeing any flexibility with regard to this issue? Or are the camps in their corners and not willing to meet at all in the middle?
You know, the sad thing is, I've been talking about this from the day I was on the campaign trail. I mean, we had relatively low, price per gallon at that point, and I said, look, this is going to get high. This is going to get much higher, and we're seeing that now. I haven't heard until recently, again, a real discussion about a long-term energy plan. That's why I'm excited to be on the Energy and Commerce Committee. I think you're going to see us begin to explore what we need to do in the long term. But look, the very first thing we can do, and easily, I remember when President Bush basically announced that we could drill offshore, you saw oil prices come down pretty quickly, and people realized at that moment that there was going to be protection in the supply, and we weren't going to be as beholden to the Middle East.
I think that came down also because of the recession, but I hear what you're saying. Thank you so much, right, Congressman Adam Kinzinger. So good to be with you, Republican of Illinois. Here's what's ahead on Bulls and Bears.
The bipartisan plan in the works to curb government spending.